Hello, hello, and welcome to Meditate with Tammy. This is Tammy Drost, and thank you for joining me today. We are going to do some fun stuff. We are going to look at judgment, which can be really uncomfortable to look at if you're either finding yourself judging people. And I know from me, I used to be a chronic judger, always kind of like even driving down a car. How could that person drive like that? Just everything. Look at what that person's wearing. What are they thinking? It's just it goes on and on. But the problem with that chronic judgment externally, there's a lot of judgment going on the inside. I think judgment is a wonderful human way of showing us that we need to take care of ourselves. If our bodies are judging, sometimes we're disconnected from the body and the mind and taking care of ourselves. And we don't want to look at ourselves, so we look at other people and we start judging what we think are their faults. When that I found from the work of healing judgment in my space, that when I'm judging other people, I am really judging myself on the inside too. And to sit with this and know, like if a judgment comes, not to shame the self, but to go, oh, I'm judging again. Let's take it to the mirror and see why I'm judging, why I'm worried about their business. If it's not something that's like immediate, you're driving in a car and you see somebody going fast and you kind of go, oh, that's not safe. That's a judgment. But in that, are you going to kind of back off and remove yourself out of the space? Or you're going to stay with it and judge and maybe freeway chase and yell at the person driving, which I used to do that. I used to commute. And yeah, I found that a lot in my driving. It's really nice to be a mellow, slow lane driver now and not worry about other people unless it involves immediate danger in my space where I have to judge and navigate a situation and remove myself out of it. So working with judgment, I really think that judgment is a wonderful opportunity for awakening and healing in the body. The more you judge, the more room you have to heal, and look at what you're judging. Look at the patterns of your judging. And then going and looking internally, and are you judging yourself in that? And I found in my case, whenever I judge somebody, there's something in me that I'm resisting that maybe I don't approve of myself. And maybe it's something I don't even know of yet. But when I look at judgments and take space back, and for just like for fellow humans and myself, it really helps clear and open up many areas of my life when I soften that judgment and forgive people for being themselves, because that forgives me for being myself and gets me more comfortable in my body and my space and more open to what I want to do in my life, instead of kind of take steps back and hide out of fear of maybe I don't think I'm good enough at something. And there's a judgment there. So looking at judgments and understanding them and finding forgiveness in yourself for making judgments, and just learning how to shift the patterns and work with it and use it more is like an aha moment. If you find yourself judging, whoa, what am I avoiding in my life? There's great opportunity to heal. So we're going to look at this in a visualization meditation, and we get to play. And that's why I like visualization meditation, because you kind of get to be childlike and look at images and use visualization to help you heal and help you get comfortable with things like getting to know yourself, or healing from habits that you don't want to do, and all kinds of good stuff. So this space is trauma informed, meaning you are number one. You are here for you. I am just delivering a tool that could perhaps help you. And it's not something you have to be perfect or be perfect at. You're learning how to use a meditation practice, and it's a practice. It's not a meditation, get this perfect exercise. It's a practice and it changes every day. And sometimes we're nice and connected, and some days it's really hard. I've been visualizing for years. Um, and sometimes when I sit down to meditate, it's like, it doesn't work. It's hard, but that's just the day I'm having. And then you just kind of practice through it anyway. And then you come back to it and it gets easier, and then it gets harder, and it's just waves and up and down, and it just play and get comfortable with yourself and really start healing the internalness of yourself, which is pretty cool. So you take care of yourself. Anything I offer that makes you uncomfortable, don't do it. If you don't like this meditation, turn it on. If you like it and you follow along and your body feels good, that's awesome. But just remember, this is about you. This is about your connection with yourself. This is about your healing. And you have the power and strength to do that. And this is just a tool to help you get there. So let's jump in our meditation. We'll do I'll try and keep it about 15 minutes. I always say I'll do a short one and I'll go on for longer. So I'll try and make this as comfortable in the body, and for a nice practice that you can do this in like a 10-minute, 15-minute practice. So let's get rolling here. Let's get really comfortable in our bodies, wherever you're sitting. If you're sitting in a chair, I like to uncross my legs and arms just to let everything kind of flow. And if you're lying down, same, uncross your legs and arms. You could be on your couch or in your bed, or maybe you're outside on a lawn or wherever you are. Say hello to your body. And thank your body for allowing you this time to meditate. Bodies can resist meditation. So thank you so much, body, for sitting with me. So you could just tell your body that. You could rub your legs, your thighs, just give it a nice pat. Hello, body. And I invite you to close your eyes. And if you're not comfortable with that, you can find a soft gaze on something neutral that won't kind of pull your thoughts wandering, maybe just a blank wall or wherever you can find a nice neutral place. And you could even practice with visualizing. If you're not used to or comfortable with closing your eyes, you can open and close them throughout the practice. I found it easier for me to visualize with my eyes closed in the beginning, and then then you start doing it with your eyes open, and you kind of flex that visualization muscle. So be cool to yourself if you can't visualize today or see anything. That's okay. That's your answer for today. Awesome. And wherever your body is touching the chair or the object that you're sitting or lying down on, let your body just get really heavy in that space. Almost like it's melting into the object you're sitting on. Let that object totally support your body. Awesome. And taking a nice deep breath, filling up your lungs with oxygen, and a gentle sigh out. And this time, taking another deep breath in. Really fill up those lungs. Imagine them filling up like big balloons, expanding your chest, breathing all the way down to the bottom of your lungs. And this time, do a nice releasing sigh out. If you need to make any noise, just let it go. And taking one more deep breath. We're going to be not your final last deep breath. We're going to be taking in lots of breaths, but just a nice, deep, intentional breath. And a gentle sigh out. Just allow your breathing to flow in and out of your body. Awesome. And now we're going to look at the part of us that judges. Not that part that is that first judgment that keeps us safe, because that's like a natural judgment in our body, but the judgment part of us that kind of wants to stay there. Maybe figure out why these people are acting the way they are. Or maybe about you, like, why do you always end up in a certain type of relationship? Or why can't you get happy in your life? Those judgments are related to each other. The judgments we judge on other people and ourselves that kind of stay around in our space. So I invite you to look in front of you, maybe like 3 or 4 feet in front of you, and ask the energy of this judgment to appear in your space. And it's not in you, and there might be some in your body, because we hold on to energies, especially when we resist them. Those energies like stick to us to help us heal. But if we resist it, we kind of go down in our body and come up back and forth. It stays in that like the constantly judging, not constantly, but often judging people in your daily life. So let that judgment appear. And you might not see anything, or you might see some color, or you might see like a figure, a person, or even like a cartoon character or an object. It could really be anything. There's no right or wrong answer of what you're looking at. But this is what you see is the energy of judgment of how it is in your space today. And just do some nice, gentle breaths too. If you're holding your breath while you look at this, remind your body to breathe. And let your body know we're looking at this and we aren't in this judgment action right now. We're just looking at the energy of it. And notice in your body, how does it make your body feel looking at judgment? Are you tense? Is your jaw locked? Maybe your toes and fingers are kind of curled up, or you got some tension on your back. Wherever that tension is in your body, you could tell your body, give it permission to relax. Relax your jaw, maybe give yourself a nice gentle smile. Maybe stretch your fingers and toes and release that tension. Ask your shoulder blades to relax. And let's say hello to that judgment energy. It's like saying hello to an emotion as it lands in your body instead of going, oh no, I don't want to feel this. Just go, hello, sadness. I feel you. What are you doing here? That's what we're doing to this judgment energy right now. Hello, judgment. I see you. I see you. We're taking a deep breath, gentle sigh out. And let's talk to judgment. Let's ask judgment some questions. Hey, judgment, what do I need to learn in this energy of you? Why are you showing up in my life? Why am I judging people? Ask judgment that. What do I need to know today about this energy? And you might get like a thought answer in your head, or you might see almost like a memory picture of an example of you judging at a certain time. Judgment just might start straight up talking to you. It might say something like, you're not really happy being yourself, and I'm showing you people that aren't either, so we can move away from this. Or maybe it's showing that you might have some fear of what people think of you, and judging helps keep our eyes off ourselves. Sometimes we feel better if we see somebody doing something bad, in our opinion, bad. And we can say, look at that human do that. I can't believe they did that. At least that makes me look better. So just listen or visualize what the answer is today. Take a nice deep breath while you're looking at this, and remind your body that this judgment's out of your body. It's not in your body. Do a gentle sigh out. And you could give your body the safety and assurance that this is something you're looking at and shifting in your life. And if you feel any shame for judgment, just tell your body it's okay. You can forgive yourself. And also the awareness that this healing, when we heal things like judgment, or, like on those emotional based things that kind of get stuck in our body, just let your body know that you're changing and growing, and that you love your body. You love your mind. And you're going to grow together and heal together. Now we're going to ask judgment another question. I want you to ask that judgment energy. How old do you think I am, judgment? Whatever answer comes to you first in your head, or if you got a number kind of in your visualization, run with that answer. Does judgment think you're 16? And that energy, worried about what other people think of you, is going to really inflate up that protection judgment energy toward other people. The energy, if we give energy when we resist things like judgment or don't pay attention to when we make judgment in our spaces, that energy can kind of think it's driving your body, or like I like to think of it as driving a car. It's like you hop in the back seat and you let judgment start driving your mind, the way your body reacts. So if judgment thinks you're 16 and you haven't checked in with judgment, or whatever age you're getting, like I think you're 32, whatever, they could think you're 65, whatever the age is, just accept that. Because we're going to let judgment know how old we are. So don't worry that you're going to get stuck in that. So just accept that answer. And it could be from a time you don't really remember when you're a kid. Maybe you kind of locked out some stuff. Judgment got stuck in there. And you could thank judgment for telling you that information. And now let's tell judgment how old we are now. I would say, hey, judgment, I'm 54. I am not 16 anymore. And I don't need to judge from that place. So ask your judgment to rise up to your age. And you can let judgment know, judgment is not in trouble here. You're not in trouble, judgment. You could even tell judgment, I love you, judgment. I understand the importance of you. But I'm going to have to ask you to hop in the back seat and let me in the front seat to drive. And you could even tell judgment, I need you to keep me safe, but we'll have more fun in life if we don't judge everybody all the time. So your job of being a judger is a very important energy that I need in my space, very important emotion I need in my space, but you're not in charge of the whole show. You're very important, and I appreciate and love you. But you got to go the back seat with the others, like fear and happiness and joy and sorrow, with your whole gang back there. That way judgment will flow in and out of your body. And it'll be a good detector if you're cutting yourself off and judging other people. Which often turns into judging the self. And you can even ask judgment, next time you come up in my life, let's work together. Let's work together. You don't have to be afraid of judgment. Even if you feel the fear occasionally, you could just come up and remember and work it and heal it and update it by telling it how old you are. If there's any other things that you feel that you need to tell judgment, you could do that. And taking a deep breath and a sigh out. And you can ask that judgment energy in front of you to take off into the sky, jump on a cloud and float away. You don't have to hold all that energy in your space. Awesome. And now put your attention on your whole entire body. Because when you do work like this, you release energy out of your space. So you have some openness for new energies to come in to your space. So before we finish up here, we're going to give ourselves the intentional energy that we want. What do you want in your space right now? So think of something that will make you feel really comforted and secure. Maybe you need some love for yourself. Maybe you need some strength. Maybe you need focus in your thoughts and at work, whatever it is. Maybe you need sleep or comfort. It's your intention, so it's up to you what you want. So let's go back and put our attention on our whole entire body, your mind, your head, your arms, your fingers, your torso, all your organs on the inside working amazingly to keep you alive, and your legs and your knees and your thighs and your feet and your toes, your whole entire body. However your body is, your whole entire body. And then focus in on your heart, your chest, your physical beating heart, and then your energetic heart. It's right in the. And ask your physical heart and your energetic heart to work together and bring in your intention into your heart. And ask your heart to beat that intention all through your body. Just let it pulse all through your body. Maybe you're bringing in self-love all through your body. More strength all through your body, all the way from your head down to your fingers, down to your toes, going everywhere in your body and even radiating out of your skin. So you have this intentional energy kind of blanketing you. And take in one more big deep breath all the way down to the bottom of your lungs, filling up those lungs with beautiful oxygen. And releasing out your mouth. You can start waking up and kind of wiggling your fingers and toes and opening your eyes and waking up to the moment we're in right now, away from this meditation. Stretch Maybe give yourself a hug and play with this energy. And when you're just living your life, notice, observe when judgment comes in, and work with it. And after the first judgment, if it's not something that's keeping you safe, start to work with it. And you can ask yourself questions like, why am I judging that person? What really does it have to do with me, with what they're wearing or how they drive or whatever the judgment is? And you could journal on that too. You can ask yourself different judgment scenarios on what were you judging? What is that? And am I really judging something about myself? And really doing that practice really softens up the judgment area in life. And it takes a little time and patience and really a lot of self-forgiveness, because you aren't the only human that judges. It might feel like it at sometimes, more so to yourself, because we keep a lot of this stuff internally. So we're thinking, yeah, it's not something we want to talk about with people. But this is a space that can really do a lot of great healing in your space. And it's also one of my favorite indicators if I am disconnected from myself. When I start judging people is really a time where I really got to take some solitude of myself and really, what are you judging for? And just having fun with it and having fun being a human and navigating through our emotions. It's hard being a human. It's really hard. And there's not a lot of places where we can learn about judgment and how to handle it through ourselves. It's just, we kind of go through the motions and you're just kind of judging and not really knowing, and you hang around with people who judge, and it's like you kind of get magnetic to the energies that you carry through yourself. So this is just a really good invitation to play with this and learn more about yourself, and really bring in compassion for other people too when you start looking at the judgments and how you're judging people, and oh my gosh, I'm judging them because I'm really mad at myself for doing something. So have fun with it and really go easy on yourself and give yourself a lot of grace. And it can be fun to heal in these areas when we learn how to treat ourselves and our fellow humans with love and respect, instead of out of fear and resistance and trying to figure out what everybody's problem is. It's hard, and especially with everything that's going on the planet right now, it's really easy to judge. Yeah, so I hope this practice helps you get some space in your life and lots of room to have really comfortable experiences instead of resistant and friction experiences. So if you like this, you could give a thumbs up and subscribe, and that will get more free meditations out there on the YouTube channel. And thank you for joining me today. I'm honored to sit with you, and you are awesome. And seriously, I got to do a little swearing a badass for sitting through a judgment meditation. So I commend you for being here, and leave any comments if you want to share any experiences or how this helped soften judgment after you practice it. And I look forward to sitting with you in the future. And thank you for joining me. All right. Bye.